Our word yesterday was beware, and our phrase today is be at work. We're still in Matthew 24 and into the beginning of Matthew 25 with our reading today. And all of Matthew 24 is Jesus talking about the end of the age and what we need to do to be ready. And after warning us in the very beginning of Matthew 24 about being aware of false messiahs and teachers and prophets who might try to lead us astray, then towards the end of this chapter, as Jesus is basically getting to the point of, so what should you be doing in the meantime, between now and whenever the end of the age does come? And the answer is, be at work. Be about our Father's business. And verse 46, Jesus says, blessed is that slave whom his master will find at work when he arrives. And so, our task, as Jesus alludes to numerous times, is not to try to discern when the second coming might be, when the end of the age might be, what things are truly signs of the end of the age and what are not, what are distractions. Our task as followers of Jesus is to be at work, to be doing what our Heavenly Father has called us to do in and through Jesus. So we are to be growing as disciples. We are to be loving our neighbors. We are to be sharing generously what we have with the poor and those who are disadvantaged. We are to be sharing the good news of the story of Jesus with other people and helping them to know they're invited to be part of the family of God in the church that we are enjoying. We are to be helping to build up and encourage other believers. All the sorts of things that Jesus tells us throughout the Gospels, that's what we are to be doing. Not to be spending all of our time or worrying or growing anxious, trying to discern if the end is near or if it's still thousands of years from now. And after this verse, in verse 47, Jesus says, truly I tell you, he will put that one in charge of all his possessions, that there will be a reward for the slave who is found dutifully and faithfully at work by his master. But, Jesus says, there's a warning. If the slave says, my master is delayed, and he begins to beat his fellow slaves and eats and drinks with drunkards, then the master of the slave will come on a day when he does not expect him, and at an hour when he does not know. And you can read the final verse, but it's not pretty. What happens? So, again, the point is, in this meantime, between the resurrection and ascension of Jesus and whenever the end of the age comes, we are to be doing everything we can every day to be giving glory and honor to God by how we live our lives and how we treat one another.